All right, folks. We are back. More Grand Blue. It's Evo time. It's news week. It's a great time to be alive. And oh, look at that huge, sexy boy they have put on my screen. It is the Wilnas patch, and obviously that means the star of the show right here, Wilnas, is going to be coming into the game. If it's Wilnas, by the way, I don't know. It just strikes me as like an oddly like Eastern European name, so I'm trying to hit the Wilnas there a little bit. But my god, man, he looks super cool, and he's also really interesting from what we know about him so far, right? So they had a little side games panel here, and they gave us some info, and right away, I mean, instead of dash attacks and triple attacks, Wilnas commands a variety of advancing skills to navigate in battle. He also excels from a distance, leveraging his exceptional reach to dominate the battlefield with devastating blows and pummel his foes with overwhelming force. Now, we'll talk about that in a second. Instead of dash attacks and triple attacks, and confirmed right here, shout out to Featly, no run. No run. As a dash with different enders, a step dash, right? Think Slayer, think Azrael, if you're familiar with Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear, right? Other Arxis titles. L is an anti-air, N is a knockdown ender, and H is plus on block. Also, no auto combos. Instead, his close M and close H are plus. Close M has enough hit stun to link far M after. And apparently he has really good cinematics. I've heard that. I haven't seen very much of them, but yeah, so immediately, frame one, Wilnas is one of the most unique characters in the entire game. This makes him even beyond Vasaraga. He is the least mobile character in the game. Someone asked him about walk speed down here too. Slow, right? Slow. He's slow, right? He also talks about his specials here. Oh, my bad. Core Circle Forward special, super large punch that knocks away. I think that's Hadron Smash. They show us a little bit in the showcase too. He has a meterless DP that goes straight up. Very interesting, right? A character like this having a meterless DP. I mean, if you think like your other like big chunky bodies like Vasaraga or Ladiva or even Versuja to an extent, no meterless DP, right? So he does get one of those. Quarter Circle Back, forward moving kick that knocks away, and his down is a low hitting special. His 5U is a slow overhit, and his crouch medium kick, aka 2M, is a low. Right? They show us a little bit of what Defeatly is talking about in here. I will be skipping ahead. Yes, this is Hadron Smash, neutral plus skill. Right, this is probably Quarter Circle Forward right here, right? So, this is what he looks like, by the way. He's big, right? 210 centimeters, and he, unlike a lot of the other big characters, right? Ladiva stands in like this little crouch a lot of the time because she's in this kind of like wrestling stance, right? Like if you look at the other tall characters, Ladiva is very much crouched down, and so is Vasaraga. And the reason Versuja looks taller than both of them is because of that, right? Like Ladiva's kind of squatted down in the stance. Same thing with Voss. Voss is a little taller than Ladiva, right? But you notice that, for example, Ladiva and Vasaraga are both taller than Versuja. They don't look it because they're crouched down. Wilnas is also taller than Versuja, and he does look it because that boy is standing. He's standing loud and proud. He's tall. His chest is puffed out. He is. There's no slump in that boy whatsoever. His hand is covering his own goddamn skill icons. He's a big boy, man. He's a big, strong boy, and he is here to kick your ass and then maybe give you aftercare later. But yeah, so he's a large man. Hadron Smash, that's that big punch right there. Oh, I skipped a little too far ahead. Don't mind me. So that's Hadron Smash. It's this forward, or not. It's just this big old punch. Right? Volcanic Knee, back end skill. This is probably what Defeatly's talking about over here with Quarter Circle Back, forward moving kick that knocks away. Right. And then we have, wait, is it just those two that they show us off? Okay, they don't show off his DP or anything like that. Gotcha. Yeah, they don't show any other images for his special moves, unfortunately, right? His weapon skins, by the way, are just this little apron that he wears, which is very cute. He gets an EWR one. I guess he skinned him and put him on the apron, which is kind of fucked up. He gets a Vern one, which is, Vern's eyes and mouth are gonna be like right over Wilnas' cock, probably, so that's quite something. But it's fine. It's you know, don't worry about it, man. EX characters we already talked about. But yeah, so his SBA is one of the best in the game. He transforms to dragon form and does the most insane rider kick that explodes in an eruption. If he kills with it, he goes full naked. Listen, man, I'm just glad. Equal opportunity. You know, as a man attracted to women, Galleon, what an amazing time to be alive. I'm glad that any male attracted folks, that you get your incredibly sexualized DLC at this point. If Belial wasn't enough for you already, right? Well, what a time to be alive. But yeah, so they said he excels at far range, right? The only info we have on his normals. I don't believe I've seen any footage of Wilnas, you know, leaked or anything like that. the only footage we have, or the only information we have on his normals, is that he excels from a distance, leveraging his exceptional reach to dominate the battlefield with devastating blows and pummel his foes with overwhelming force. So, not to give anyone Strive PTSD if you play that game right now, but this sounds to me like, think of like Potemkin. Now, maybe with a little bit more mobility in the specials and not a command grab and stuff, but he can't run, right? And he's incredibly slow on his walk speed, but he just has these big ass normals that can maybe hit you from like, you know, 2/3 of the screen away or something like that. So he can actually fight for space surprisingly well, despite how slow and sluggish he might otherwise be, right? So that's gonna be very, very interesting. He might not be, you know, he's kind of beaten the Fire Sora's, the big Sora's allegations. This is probably going to be more of like a mid-range kind of space control character. Maybe even something close to like a normal zoning type character. I don't think it's going to be quite fairy, but this, like, he's not going to be able to rush down. He just does not have the speed for it, right? So I'm going to be very, very curious as to what kind of video game this fellow is going to be playing. I mean, Vasaraga you can kind of think of too, where he's very slow, but he's got these huge pokes and this fireball and stuff like that they can use to keep you away, and then he, you know, only engages when it's on his own terms. So we'll see. But immediately, Wilnas is looking to be, again, one of the most unique characters in the game. Now, I do want to talk about a couple of things. Last thing I want to show before we get into this like general theory crafting about Wilnas, I believe they show it to us at the very end here after EX characters, after all of that. Oh, I guess, yeah, this is something too, by the way. New costumes are happening. Yeah, so they're getting, I believe this is Galleon's anniversary skin. Why not, man? Fuck it. And then Charlotta's getting a cute little skin too. It's not quite swimsuit Galleon, but honestly, man, it basically is. Thank you, Fukuhara. My life is yours. Yeah, so here's the first off. Dude. So this is a still from his SSBA, right? It has to be. He might be the king of Aura. What the fuck is this Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann ass pose, man? If you were too distracted by the majesty of the Vermilion of the Six Dragons right there, you may have missed trailer and release date reveal tomorrow. If you're watching this the day I put this video out, that's today. That's Saturday. I assume Top 8 is happening. It's starting around 8 p.m. Pacific time, going to about 10 p.m. Pacific time, 1 a.m. my time. So I assume we're either going to get it right before Top 8 or right after Top 8. But I don't know. We'll find out, man. Again, if you're watching this right now, chances are I'm live. I'm live all fucking day today for EVO. So yeah, come by and hang out and let's find out together. But release date's a big one too. Trailer will give us some more info on his normals and stuff. Release date is obviously the patch comes out then too, right? I hope against hope that this is pretty soon after EVO. I know for the Versuja patch there was a lot of hype with it, but it came out like 3 weeks after EVO or something like that. It was a lot of waiting from when they showed us a trailer, which was a beautiful. Versuja had one of the most like amazing reveal trailers, right? But there's a lot of hype there, and then they were like August 25th, and everyone went, huh? What? Huh? Because it was like August 3rd, right? It was EVO. It was like EVO Sunday or something like that. Huh? So like August 25th. I was like, what? Huh? So hopefully we don't get that again, because he looks, dude. This is, I'm very excited. Gigantic, slow tank, big normals, big punch, cool animations. This might be my guy, man. I mean, Ladiva, you could never make me drop Ladiva. But this, I might have to co-main this motherfucker depending on how exactly he plays. He seems incredibly cool and fun and unique, right? Now, one thing I do want to talk about, people, I mean, obviously, it's insane, right? He already, we don't even know anything about the guy. People are already saying, no 6XL, bottom one. I just want to point out a couple of things. Yes, is 6XL the best move on like every character, basically? Yes, sure. However, we already have two very prominent examples of characters that either straight up don't have a 6XL or basically don't have a 6XL and are still very good, or at least were very good at some point, right? Say what you will about 2B. I think she's still quite good, but certainly at some point, this character was quite the menace. She's been nerfed a couple of times since, but no 6XL on this lady. Of course, she has her own dash with like these sliding normals that kind of supplements that, right, and all of this. But the point is, she has no 6XL and no dash attack at all, and yet she makes it work, right? They might be like, okay, well, but she's got all this mobility, and she's got a double jump, and she's got all this crazy shit, you know, whatever. Yes, absolutely. If you are gonna have Wilnas not have the strongest move in the game, and not only does he not have 6XL, he has no dash at all, right? you're gonna have to give him some crazy shit. There's gotta be something on Wilnas that's going to be like incredibly unfair for him to even compete in a game with 6XL if he doesn't have it, right? Yeah, 2B's whiff canceling, all of this. So you're gonna have to give him something. And I mean, like, depending on what exactly those special moves look like and what exactly his normals look like, you might be very glad he does not have a dash, but we'll see. But a much more clear comparison, a much more closer comparison is this guy, right? Now, of course, Vasraga has a dash and he has a 6XL. But you might notice that Voss has the worst 6XL in the game. It's fucking ass. And also his dash is so slow that half the time he doesn't even use it. He'll dash every now and then, but like Voss's dash is not exactly awe-inspiring, right? Now, this is not extreme as the case of Wilnas, but you'll notice a lot of the times Vasaraga players watch good Vosses. They almost never dash anyway, and when they dash, they don't 6XL, right? And yet, I mean, I don't know where exactly you believe this character is, but he's real good right now. Whether you think he's top 1, top 5, top 10, pretty well agreed that Voss is quite the menace right now, right? So don't write off Wilnas just yet. I mean, one, because Brother is not even out yet. You know, when like, it's when the character just came out, we're like, oh, it's too early to tell. He's not even out yet, right? So, you know, just pump the brakes. But also, not having 6XL is not necessarily a death sentence, right? Now, the reason the 2B works is because she has all of her insane normals and her double jump and anti-zoning tools and her own dash and stuff like that. And the reason Voss works is because this is just the best thing that any character does in the video game, pretty much, is get this full gauge of armor right here to play with, right? And he's got a lot of ways to supplement that, his slow movement with like things like these battalions and stuff like that, right? So you're going to have to give Wilnas something pretty crazy to compensate. But I mean, already we know that he has a sort of neutral skipping move, right? This quarter circle back special right here, right? He's got huge normals, apparently, right? I mean, a low hitting 2M that's like really big could be very, very nice for him as well, right? He's got an overhead, slow overhead on his 5U. I'm not sure what that does, right? But he has what could be the building blocks of some very interesting tools, right? Yeah, you can see his step dash right here, right? If we look at Wilnas' moveset, right, there's a little page here. So he has Hadron Smash, right? That's the big punch. Flame Uppercut is the DP. Volcanic Knee is the advancing move, and then Lava Swipe is the low hitting move, right? And then he has Flame Claw. This is the overhead, but then he's also got the step dash, right? When you hit the dash button, he has a little step, and then he has these 3 follow-ups, right? This being an anti-air, this being a knockdown ender, and this being a plus on block move, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. This could also be insane, right? Step dash characters have been very good in video games before. Who knows? There's a lot of potential leeway here for them to give this guy some bullshit. So I would not write him off just because he does not have a 6XL. Be wary. Be wary. His ease of use is written as a little bit lower here. It makes sense, right? No dash. Step dashes are kind of inherently a little bit finickier. Again, big, slow character who's like very reliant on like controlling the neutral space and stuff like that. I'm not too surprised about it, but one thing is for sure, from what we've seen of Wilnas so far, he looks cool as fuck. I mean, right? What are we doing? He looks cool as fuck. He looks unique as fuck. He's big as fuck. And apparently they are very willing to show his feet and ass to everyone. Which, you know what, Cygames? Why not, man? Why not? If it'll sell copies of the video game, and I mean, they are putting the game on a big sale, right? Granblue is 61% off right now. Great time to buy it. Looks like a lot of good changes are coming with the Wilnas patch. The game's also free to play still if you want to try that. There's always the free version, right? And also the free to play version, I think for the next week, the entire roster is playable free to play, right? So it's a great time to try Granblue out and buy it if you've been on the fence. And my God, I'm gonna go change my pants.